Yeah, that was a good place to cut my video feed. I'm trying to figure out. For a moment, I looked over there and thought like everyone had frozen. I was like, "What the fuck did I do?" Cool. So it's been a few weeks since, probably been a week since the last game we did, which was a week after last November. So it's it's cold now. It was already getting cold. We would know it as being middle of November, kind of our own time right now. We're keeping quite good pace, actually. But you obviously don't have the same understanding of time and stuff in the apocalypse. You just know shit's gotten dead cold. The hills are covered in snow, like thick snow, while the kind of lowlands are every morning, and it is mist, like as far as the eye can see, which isn't particularly far because it's mist, and everything is covered in like a thick, hard frost. It's bitterly cold most of the time, and people are starting to see the first like problems of like frostbite coming in. People staying in like the Warren, which is hard, like, you know, kind of has to heat itself, are starting to come down with sicknesses, which means they're running the generator more to try and fight the cold. There's definitely starting to be some concerns about they're going to have to get more gasoline soon in order to keep from really struggling throughout this winter. So it's kind of, you know, we're getting into the real bleakness of winter. So what better time to cheer everybody up than having a bit of a shindig, a bit of a party, or at least cheering up those rich enough to be invited.
Is it like a fake Christmas party? Like our post-apocalyptic understanding of Christmas?
There's Christmas lights everywhere.
There probably are, yeah, but no, not yet. I think I haven't decided. You know what, Christmas has lived because I want to do a Christmas special, but we're not there yet. But it's like, you know, people are starting to need their, you know, nights are coming sooner, so people are going out drinking sooner. You know, so you're getting that kind of thing going. And Graves, you're putting something big, something a little bit special on tonight. What would Graves' kind of, what's your draw tonight? What makes tonight different from most nights?
Yeah, so what's special about tonight is I think like people singing is a regular occurrence. But like an actual play, like I found a play, like an old play, like Hamlet or Macbeth or something like that, like somewhere, and I have all of my cast in it, and I'm like not a leading role, but like a narrative role, like I'm on stage, and you don't see me on stage a lot. I'm usually like in the background everywhere, so I'm like forward of presenting this, and that's probably why I invite everybody. Like we found this old play that it's unlike anything we've seen here, and you know the whole advertisement thing.
Yeah, cool. So you're putting on a bit. So maybe it's kind of like going to be a dinner and a show sort of event. Like everyone's going to sit down to eat. Macbeth's going to be on stage while people are kind of eating, relaxing, drinking their fine whiskies, which, you know, have been made in a bathtub somewhere in the town. And then maybe later on there's going to be like the normal singing and dancing, because, you know, even when you do your fancy shows, eventually people just want to cut loose a little bit. So
yeah, I think like there's definitely intermissions because it's a long play kind of thing. So intermissions, like we let people come on stage and they can come do it themselves, or we have like set people come up.
Cool.
And getting them to play Macbeth like with the original script so no one understands what's going on, because we've never learned to read like Shakespearean English.
Yeah, and
so
plus
just I don't what?
Yeah, and like I'm assuming, like you said, that a lot of people can't read in this.
Yeah, like, reading is definitely something that has mostly died out.
Yeah, Graves can read, I think, and
maybe a little more common in North Havenbrook because they're a bit fancy.
Yeah, so I've taught it to everybody, so they're all going off of what I've taught them. So they don't have the actual like play. So it's not crazy good, but for the apocalypse, it's high class.
Yeah. Maybe there's somebody like standing beside the play who, when you kind of finish speaking, goes, "Yo, that bitch gonna shank someone." Like, I don't know if you have like a translator, But yeah, no, cool. So your
For sure.
Macbeth shall be played intermittent with like music and food and drink. It's going to be a classy affair. Nice, nice.
And
What
then the
might be
major's
fun-
gonna censor it because Macbeth teaches you to kill your king.
Yeah,
I know, it's super great.
there was definitely a conversation with. Well, the major hasn't read Macbeth, so he doesn't know what's coming. So
Yeah. I don't know who's dying, but there's someone dying tonight in Captain Embers. We talked sometime to get this together at some point, I think. Because I know you're trying to get rid of the Inquisitors, right?
Yeah, because
So
they're threatening Pharaoh.
you
yeah,
don't like that.
so for sure, I'm somehow helping in that, and everybody gets an invitation like at some point in the day.
Cool.
That's like a special like. You're welcome. You're invited. I still haven't thought of a name because names are hard, and I like to be very like good names.
Well, let's see.
So you're
it's on the ship. So it's kind of a sunk battleship. So would it be like the HMS Graves? Or something?
Maybe. Like I tend
Like a
like Graves
boat
just
name?
tends to call it the hole in the wall. Like that's the kind of thing he does. That's like you
Yeah.
can see everything through the little hole in the wall, but you can't get there, and that's the kind of
Porthole.
that kind of thing. So everybody's invited to Graves' place.
Cool.
I'll think of a name eventually. But
So we'll probably would Green get an invite? Because Green's not actually technically from the base, and you might not even know he's coming.
Green's my favorite.
Oh,
Green
yeah.
always gets an invite. He doesn't always come, but Green always gets an
Maybe
invite.
Green doesn't get an invite. Green is aware that he has a standing invitation. Like he doesn't need an invite. There's like a special on the thing. Little
Yeah, there's a
pigeons.
booth for Green. Green and his people. There's a booth.
God.
It's just never filled. Nice. So maybe we see like the characters. I think we start off with like Graves. Like when you're in the bowel of this like this like we see the big metal half sunken ship like sticking out of the water, and then like we see. You know what it is? It's like a big deck inside the ship. Like I don't think the ship would actually have a huge empty deck, but for some reason it's there. And because the ship is slightly slanted because it's sunk, the stage is down at the bottom, and then you've built in you might have built in like platforms so that people can have their
like wooden
tables on it and
platforms.
look down on the stage, like so they can actually view it like an amphitheater because of the unevenness of the ship. And you just worked with it.
Yeah, and I have like the best way to do it is like a French luxury club is the kind of jam. If you Google that, like that's the kind of thing. It's like as much velvet as I could fit in this place.
Yeah.
And like that's the kind of thing, and it's still rusty and it doesn't smell that great, but hey, it's the best I can do. And it's lit up by like lights, which are powered somehow. Like it's the atmosphere is lights, so there's lights on the stage and there's lights scattered throughout. Probably fire actually. There's probably like fires maybe at the tables, and then there's actual lights shining on the stage.
Like candles on like a lot of candles on all the tables maybe, and then like just like you said, Christmas lights up to give a really kind of nice ambient glow.
Exactly.
Cool. So we see Graves here, and you're like, I think you're finalizing looking through your invitations for the evening. Like we see you probably early, like you can see people are setting up. There may be like because it moves from ship to ship. They're finishing building some of the platforms and securing them, and then they're going to put tables on them. People are kind of working away. We can see.
Yeah, we have to get there a day before to get everything ready.
Yeah, maybe we see like Ba, Toyota, and Litz are all down there working with a few of their like trusted friends. Like maybe Ba, Toyota, and Litz aren't the normal wealthy clientele. They're your kind of like your roadies. They work and then they get to eat and enjoy the place along with the top knobs.
Exactly. You have to be a server to eat here. That's how they pay off their debt.
And yeah, we see Lamprey come over. What does Lamprey look like?
I picture nobody's like dressed as fancy as Graves, but he's attempting maybe like I think he's like around probably 30s, like late 20s, 30s, and he's younger, and he probably has like an old monocle that's like busted through. There's no like glass there; it's just on his head, and he has maybe like It's not like a suit, but
he's got
like
maybe
a
got
dress.
the waistcoat and like a shirt, but he's not got the suit jacket yet, and he's still wearing jeans, but they're nicer jeans than most people.
Yeah, yeah, and he has a cummerbund for no reason. And
That's a great word. I have no
cummerbund,
idea what it means.
Oh, it's that thing in the front that they put in the front of the pants. It's a fancy thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's that hangs off, and then he has like probably just some like terrible pants. Like it doesn't go with the entire outfit.
Yeah.
Like jeans, like ratty jeans or something.
Ratty
on top,
jeans,
it's like a waiter.
waistcoat, and yeah. So we see him like come over your shoulder. He's like looking over some like stuff. He's like, and yeah, we haven't really seen you yet. We're maybe seeing Graves from behind. He's like, Graves, looks like we're gonna have everything ready for tonight, so that's good. Have you finalized those invitations?
Yeah, and I think you see like Graves, like he turns around like that at him, and you could see like just the major like is the one he's looking at, and he's like he just smiles and he's like, I think we're ready for the show.
Cool. And Graves is describe Graves for us.
He's a man. Has worn formal wear. If you can look at the picture. That's the kind of what he looks like. But he has like the black jacket over, and he has like a suit under that, and he has a top hat. And probably the biggest thing that draws you to his face is he has like a big scar on one of his eyes. He's one-eyed. Like the actual look is man, worn formal wear, expressive face. He has a lean body. He's not too big. He's like 5'10", 5'11", maybe a little bit shorter. And he always has his cane with him. And his eye with a scar around it just looks a little off. Like it looks like a normal eye, but it looks like it's been just placed in there. It's not like actually a part of his face.
Nice. He sounds like a North Haven Brooker, actually, from the description, which is great.
He is. It's where he's from.
Cool. So, yeah, we then like we probably flash to Embers or Constantine. Who should we go to first?
Go for Constantine.
Yeah, let's see. Where would Constantine be? Where Constantine got his gets his invitation? Like, I kind of want to know, like, just Constantine at rest at like. Guys, probably like 9 a.m. It's still like the mist is still heavy outside. What's Constantine like found as?
I suppose Constantine would be in probably like one of like the like brothels and stuff. He's just like sprawled out, like he on like it's like a bed, like surrounded by like 2 or 3 women, and like he just has like his shirt off. And like you just hear like a knock on the door through this like red lit room, and like I kind of wake up and then I hear the sound of like as like twitches just like banging on the door, and I can walk over to it, and then I suppose I open it and he just shoves the invitation like at me and then just runs off randomly for like no reason.
Yeah, I think like. There's not really a brothel in the base. It's not kind of big enough for that. But I reckon like your biker gang, like the upstairs, there's probably biker gangs have female hangers on normally. So the upstairs of the biker gang, like, you've probably got like a mattress on the floor, but like with lots and lots of sheets on it, sort of thing. And yeah, Twitch pushes this this invitation into your probably into about your stomach region because he's pretty short. Yeah. Turns and. I'm thinking it's kind of like a saloon bar from a western, so it's like an upper level with a corridor going around it. He just jumps over the railing and lands in the bar down below. And you hear like a table crack, and he gets up and just keeps going. He's recovered well from his near fatal poisoning, it seems.
Yeah.
At least no one notices a difference.
Some people say it's more subdued. So I suppose he's just there. He's kind of opens it, sees that there's this invitation from this new person happening in the evening, I'm guessing, or is it in the daytime?
It's evening.
evening. Yeah. So I mean, I suppose like after that, he'd probably just kind of just like slop down, kind of throw it to the side, and then just like you just like go back to bed and just you just like slop forward like into the mass of like blankets and women and not really give a shit.
I'm curious. Does the invitation give Constantine like a +1 or +40? And also, did you invite Constantine's father, the wolf?
I think I always extend an invitation to the bigger players. They don't always answer, but
Yeah,
I think I always just send one anyway, just so they know they're allowed.
cool.
Like Constantine gets a +1, the wolf gets a +40. You know, that sort of shit.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So Constantine, it's probably like a +1. I don't think I want you bringing everybody, but I don't want to. I don't want to cut your balls off. You know.
Cool.
Yeah, especially some like nice calligraphy. And it's just like,
Embers.
Yeah, it's like,
I think we catch up with you on your boat. It's misty. You're doing some work on this big like troop transport boat you've got now with this big 50 cal machine gun up on top. Helping you on the boat is Doghead, Tina, and Timmy. 3 of the orphans from town.
Okay.
They know you pretty well, and they've been helping you spruce the boat up. Like, you've not been doing it all yourself. It also kind of gives, and probably gives you an excuse to give them a little barter without seeming like, oh, I forgot to do something at the beginning, and I'll just quickly do it now. We need to pay for lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
Either pay 1 or 2 barter to kind of on your lifestyle, or say who's been, like, if someone's been looking after you, say who's been looking after you, with strings attached. Or if you've been working a gig, tell me what gig you've been working. I knew I forgot, so I need to make a list of everything I have to do at the beginning and just check it every time.
do I have to pay for this?
Nah, it's your first. It's your first session. Also, as a Maestro D, you're just paid for by your establishment.
Yeah,
As long as your establishment is up and running, you don't have to pay for lifestyle.
So yeah, let's start. Embers, did you pay barter to keep yourself running, or did you did an NPC look after you, or did one of the players pay a barter to look after you?
No, I pay barter to look after me and the kids.
Cool.
And I've also been leaving stuff out for Farah as well. I know that she's well. Otherwise, I'd be trying to contact her.
Yeah, like the random mince pies and stuff that you leave out in the middle of the night disappear, and you assume it's her.
It's either her or Santa Claus. Yeah, I'm
and
paying
occasionally,
$2.
like you get like they leave behind like a dead moth or something. That's pretty fair. So, also you're gonna pay 2 barter, so you can also pay for like making sure the kids are well fed and stuff.
Yeah, plus I like living like a queen.
Yeah, good lifestyle going. I mean, you've got like little child servants, so
Yeah,
it's like
they're my gang.
nice.
You mean grapes?
Green, how have you been living? 1, 2 barter? Has your
1 barter.
1 barter?
I don't think I can work a gig. I don't think there's anything appropriate for, trading with the grotto. But
Yeah. Constantine.
yeah, I think I was just like working gigs like we were talking about
Cool.
during this time.
So have you maybe been, as the gig you've been working, been kind of running off the crazies and protecting the outlying farmsteads, the families that live outside the base?
Yeah, basic security work, run off work against like crazies, then a few like small raiders, hits and things like that.
Cool. I think we should make a roll to see how well that's actually gone. Do you have... Is it Alpha Dog is the skill to like see how you've managed your gang?
Pack Alpha.
Pack Alpha? Would that be an appropriate move?
That's when you force your will on your gang. There's actually a thing for it. Let me look on my...
Where are the gigs at in the book? I can't find them.
They're I think they're on people's playbooks with suggestions. They're quite nebulous how the gigs work. Like, I don't have to make you make a roll, for instance. I think Pack Alpha would make sense because you'd be making your gang do this work, effectively. in the cold,
Okay, cool.
and like seeing how effective they've been. If it causes any grumbling to do all this.
Yeah. That's cool. Roll with hard or
Yeah, I think it's hard. And it makes sense
Cool.
as well because like they're not getting immediate pay. Like they get to live in the base and like eat pretty well and stuff, but it's not like they get loot and women and all the flash that they
Yeah.
like.
plus it is my will because I'm forcing them to do this job.
Okay, partial success. What does that mean on a partial success for Pack Alpha?
On a 7 to 9, choose one. They do what you want. Otherwise, they refuse. They don't fight back over it. Otherwise, they do fight back. You don't have to make an example of one of them. On a miss, someone in your gang matters. Okay, makes it bid. Okay. I think I don't have to make an example of one of them.
Okay.
Like,
So you don't have to make an example of one of them, but that does mean you have to. What are the consequences then? It's
there isn't any consequences. Like, it's just the choices. So I mean, like the only consequence was like on a miss, someone in your gang makes a bid, idle or serious, to replace you for Alpha. But then that's only like on a miss. So I think it's like the other choices where they don't fight back over it. Otherwise, they do fight back. You don't have to make an example of one of them. So I think maybe like they fight back.
oh,
and the other one was
there's otherwise. So if you choose, you don't have to make an example of one of them. Otherwise, you must. That means you're not taking the other two. So otherwise, they do fight back. So they do fight back, and they refuse. Because you haven't picked, they don't fight back, and
yeah. So I think you can choose one or two. It's up to you.
Yeah. So I think it's a case of they fight back. They're getting real. It's not like a directly aggressive, like somebody steps to you and you have to kill them. But the amount of you've gone from being like the wild kid in their eyes who like takes them to guts and glory all the time, to now you're the guy making them do busy work in the cold of winter. Like, you know, they're going around, they're having to do all this extra work that they don't particularly want to do. And there's definitely been grumblings amongst them. And you can feel that kind of... You've been there, you felt the groundswell of pressure that comes up before somebody either makes a bid, or eventually they're just going to be like, no, fuck off.
Isn't the bid only around if like I fail though? It's not like a risk only if I fail.
Well, if you look at the way it's kind of it's worded, it says you choose one. If you don't choose it, otherwise. So like, you've chosen. You don't have to make an example of one of them. So you don't have to make an example of one of them. But if you don't choose, they don't fight back. Like, otherwise they do fight back. Otherwise they refuse.
Yeah. What it sounds like is you're saying that like they aren't making a bid. They're just starting to feel like maybe they should eventually.
Somewhere in the back of your mind, you feel a countdown clock ticking over.
Yeah, I could make it. I don't want to make a countdown clock out of this particular one. Although I do have some of those going right now. I just don't want to. I don't want to start with like a big brawl. Like they're like, no, fuck you. It's more like the refusal is a kind of growing thing. Like you know it's coming. You can feel there's a tension underlying. You could maybe relieve that somehow. By giving them violence or a big prize, like something that isn't busy work, or
so like a countdown clock. There's something coming at some point, and you can make it tick back. But for now, if a few more things happen, eventually someone will make a bid or something.
Except for
just visualize it.
Visualize it. They're already there. That's the thing. They're already at the grumpy stage. Like there's no like they're. They're either they're binary right now. The countdown clock would have 2 segments.
Okay.
So
I also just found out that the water bearer also doesn't have to pay for barter if he's at the source. So
cool.
Just took back my barter.
Yeah, take it back because you're only going to be away for like a few hours. Not enough to collaborate. Cool. So yeah, you're aware of that. You're aware there's some tension in your group. It comes up pretty much every winter. the winter kind of, they can't. It's like Vikings. They can't raid in the winter. They can't do what they love to do, so they start to grit their teeth.
Get antsy.
They're getting antsy. Yeah. So yeah, Embers, you're on your boat. Doghead, Tina, and Timmy are kind of around, helping you like do some last cleaning. Like, boats take a fuck ton of maintenance. Like, so much damn maintenance. You had no idea how much maintenance you were in for. But luckily you have child labor, so it goes easier. They've got tiny hands, they can clean inside things very well. So yeah, they're around. When somebody kind of comes up to you, one of Graves' people, and I think it's probably Litz. Litz comes up. Litz is kind of a younger woman, probably a little younger than Embers. Pretty, but not like spectacularly so. Like, she's not like the front leading lady, but she's helping out, a little bit shy. Comes over and hands you an invitation and goes, "You've been invited to Graves's to the porthole tonight." And she points at the ship, kind of where it is. You can see it's like outline in the thick mist, like where there's a big half-sunk frigate. It's like, we'd be honored
Covered
if
with Christmas lights.
I think the Christmas lights are they on the outside, Graves, or are they just on the inside? Because it's supposed to be secret.
On the outside, you don't see anything. It just looks like another ship in the bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's secretive, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a secret. We've got Christmas lights all over the fucker.
Put Christmas lights over everything, and then no one will know which one it is.
Yeah, and I think I think Embers knows about this invite, that it's coming. Maybe she was waiting for it.
So yeah, I'll say thank you, and I'm not going to give up any barter for a tip, so I'll give her a kiss as a tip.
Like, big blush on her face, and like, thanks, okay, and runs off. Like, scampers away. Probably now, unfortunately, having to head to Constantine's bar, the Wolf's Den, and hand over something to Twitch.
How rude. How rude.
Poor shy girl's got to go into a biker bar and like.
Actually, before she rushes off, would I be able to ask her if who else the invites are going to, or is she not really supposed to tell people?
You can ask her. You can tell if you do. Like, she's like, "Oh, I'm not really supposed to say."
Oh, you can tell me. You know me, and me and Graves. We go back, and it's just because I'm running the ship, and they might need transport across. It'd be really, really helpful if I knew who was actually going. I don't want to accidentally take somebody who shouldn't be going.
Cool.
Roll to manipulate?
Yeah, roll to manipulate. That's super manipulative of you.
Well, I fucked that one good.
Oh, Adam, I
Litz
missed
is
you.
loyal. Okay. Litz is loyal.
She shoots you in the face.
She shoots me in the face. That sounds fair.
She turns into a micro pig. No, you see her eyes like narrow a little bit, and she's like, "I'm not an idiot," and turns and like walks off.
Ooh.
Wipes her
Yeah,
kiss
you
off.
are.
Yeah,
Wipes her kiss off her cheek.
yeah. No, she keeps that. It's still an Ember's
she
kiss.
wipes off and puts it in her pocket. Save that one for later.
Never make that face again, Adam. Yeah, but she storms off. Well, not storms off, just strides, head up high. And
I'll shout after her, "Well, let them know I'm here if they need transport."
Yeah.
And
from beside you, Tina says loud, probably shouts, "Fucking moody bitch! You believe that shit?"
No, they're all like it, Tina. Not like us kids. Anyway,
Us
let's get back
kids,
to chilling
you're
out.
old as fuck, Embers.
There's some Michael Jackson shit going on here that I'm not okay with.
No, that's ignorant. That's ignorant.
That's ignorant. Come on.
I have a woman's needs.
When I see my monkey.
Oh.
Yeah, you're old as shit, Sandbirds. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Us
I
kids. And Timmy goes,
know.
she's not that old. Shut up, Timmy. She's old as fuck. But we love
Timmy,
you
remind
anyway.
me, can Tina swim again? I'm just curious, just making conversation.
No, I don't think she
No?
can.
Excellent.
Shut up,
I
Timmy.
wonder if Tina remembers that.
Tina, like, grins at you. Like, try it, bitch.
Oh shit, she's my favourite. That's the main problem.
She's a young you.
She is, yeah.
Yeah, Tina's like...
God, I hope she's a bit more appropriately dressed than I am, though. That would be creepy.
Yeah. Now, Tina... Well, it's fucking freezing cold, so yeah, she is. She's about, like, 12. She wears, like, a biker jacket that's a bit big for her. Like, you don't know where she got it from. Probably somebody's dead body.
She probably has Rose's old get-up, then.
Yeah, maybe it's your
I'd
old
be
jacket.
cool with that. Her leather jacket, and maybe the army helmet, but it's massively huge.
Wearing your old army helmet. I think Doghead has your old army helmet, and you can't see Doghead's face. He's like he's about 15. He works
cool.
in the boat. But Tina's got like your big old leather jacket on, and her hair's like shaved at the sides, going right up to until it would be a mohawk. But instead, she lets like kind of fall over her face. She looks pretty like weirdly punk rock, and always has like a blade on her somewhere. Timmy looks basically.
She's so tiny, Embers.
Timmy's like looks kind of like, just picture your average like 18th century London chimney sweep orphan.
Oh boy, Governor! Governor Embers!
Is he Tiny Tim?
Oh god.
Tiny Tim.
And he's about 10. He's even younger than Tina. Doghead's the oldest, but doesn't speak much. About 15, and is taken to wearing your helmet, but it kind of falls just over his eyes, kind of covering his face. And he's just working away quietly. And Tina's like, "So you're like going to this fucking party or what?"
Yeah, you want to tag along? Wait, does it say +1 on my invite?
Does it say +1?
I don't think so. I think Graves wants Captain Embers alone here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the party, but I don't think it's gonna be appropriate for kids. I know you guys are good. You know, you're more deadly than most of the adults that'll be there. But I don't know, man.
Oh, come on, you can stick me in, right?
I am tempted, but if shit happened to you, that wouldn't be good.
I'll hide in your
these
like
things can get rough.
ridiculous cleavage. I'm small, I can fit in there.
I don't think Captain Embers is quite that endowed, is she?
I don't know. I imagine that's how she's a +2 hot.
To a 12-year-old? That's massive.
Yeah. If anyone fucks with you, I'll jump out and stab them. It'll be fun. She's like grinning stupidly, like playing with you.
Oh, next time, definitely next time.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Well, remember
Definitely
that shit.
next time.
We'll put that
Yeah.
plan alongside the catapult idea. Yeah.
Ah, yes, the kid catapult.
Kid catapult.
We've got big plans.
We'll use Timmy first,
Kid
though.
adult.
What's her face will remember that.
Timmy, like, going, "Hey, are you gonna sing while you're there? They let people sing on the stage."
Most definitely. To be honest, I sing pretty fucking constantly.
Yeah, you've been singing the Venga Boys for, like, a couple of weeks now.
That's one catchy tune. I just miss meat is all. No.
All the kids, like... I think the two younger kids don't catch that I miss meat, but Doghead chuckles. Like, and they look super embarrassed about it.
He's got one track mind, that kid.
So he has to keep his mouth shut. I used to have that problem.
Actually, at his age, yeah, 15. Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
15 and spends all his time hanging out with Captain Embers. Like, kid is a confused mess of hormones.
I also believe that in the post-apocalypse, prudish upbringings aren't really a thing anymore.
No.
So
You don't get a lot of privacy. You end up seeing stuff you shouldn't really early.
Especially with Captain Embers, because all she wears is a trench coat and army. Is it army boots, whatever?
Wait, is literally all she's wearing a trench coat? Like, is it buttoned up at least?
don't you have armor? Don't you have armor?
No. I have fast reflexes. When I'm practically naked, that's when I have my best armor.
So if you ever
I'm wearing-
really need to fight, you whip the trench coat off, you're naked and unkillable?
Fucking spoiler alert, Jesus. No, I've got a black trench coat, thick black boots, brown leather eye patch. I forgot I had an eye patch on. I've got bleached hair, and I've got the chopsticks in my hair.
Well, I at the very least hope you keep the trench coat closed around the children.
Around the kids, yeah. I occasionally bend down a little bit too much in front of Dog, but it's just to torment the little shit.
Thank God it's a trench coat. Cool. And the last one we've got to see is Green. Green, we see you walking through the mist, the road with Vigo going on. You're walking through the mist, carrying basically probably as much water as you could carry with you.
Am I on my way to Graves?
You were on your way to the base. I don't know if you know Graves' event is going on.
Could I say that Domino is with me?
I was about to say Domino is with you. Domino has wanted to go back to the base. Not like in a I am returning to the base as in I'm returning for good. As in I got like lots of shit there I got to pick up. Like I got like guns and my barter.
And I definitely invited her to come back, and I also offered her that we could look for someone who can like get her tattoos back, and like help her look for that. And I also I gave her some like design ideas for her tattoos, because last time I had a vision when I rolled weird about her being at the grotto, and I saw her having new tattoos.
Yeah.
So I like drew those up, what I saw, and I like showed it to her.
Yeah,
like,
she's into something. She's not sure. Like she kind of says she normally waits. She's not sure how she got to the stage she was at before. It took her a long time to get like I am comfortable with this and no longer have to hide myself, which is what she's doing now. She's like she's wearing like a big heavy jacket to cover up as much of her as she can, like baggy trousers and like a hood up, as well as like the always present now like Phantom of the Opera style, but like clearly medical mask, like designed to keep the area disinfected. Like,
can we say that I know about Graves' party possibly?
Yeah, you can know if you're Graves' favorite, he might have told you well in advance.
Like I said, like it's an extended invitation, but you still have like a pile of invitations at the source.
So yeah, we see Green like walking through the mist, Domino on foot, and it's I guess early because there's mist and it's cold, so he has this biker jacket that he got early, and above it he has this like long green trench coat. And across his back he has slung two things: one his trusty hunting rifle, and two an kind of patchy old guitar that he's bringing. And yeah, he's like he's
gonna do a fucking acoustic set.
Yeah, totally. Green is that guy at the party.
You monster.
And yeah, he's like walking with Domino, and I think I don't think Green is the most chatty, but I think he feels a little more chatty than usual, because he's actually kind of excited to like get out and do something away from the grotto, because things have been kind of tense lately, and when he's at the grotto, because he's kind of the leader, he always has to be like really serious. Yeah. So now he's a bit more chatty, and I think maybe there's some small talk going on.
Yeah. So Domino's been with you for like about a week now, and she's still, for the most part, very withdrawn and quick to snap and get angry. But she's gotten to know you a little better now, and a bit of the old Domino. You didn't really know the old Domino, but you're kind of figuring out like kind of telling jokes, being a little more friendly towards you. And maybe we're kind of you're kind of going along, and Domino goes, so did you mention a party tonight?
Yes, an old friend of mine actually is. Well, he has an establishment in town. I don't know how many people know about it, but I haven't seen him or the establishment in a long time. And well, I heard word that he has something going on tonight. Do you want to come? I'm sure I can convince you to let you in.
I mean, I don't know. It took me a while just to leave my little bit of the cave. I don't know if I'm happy with the idea of a party, to be honest.
Well, the moments where the least seen are usually the ones where we're in a crowd. I can assure you, if you're at a party, no one's really gonna pay attention to you unless you draw it.
I mean, I've found the moments I'm least seen is when I'm alone in a room.
Touche, but I don't know if that's gonna happen in base.
Normally, the only person who sees you then is Farah.
She's a weird one, isn't she?
You have no idea. I once caught her in my house collecting my spiders. It was weird.
I just nod.
Yeah, that sounds like the thing that happened.
Yep. I think I mentioned it. I think she would get along great with Lissa. They had a bit of an interaction last time when Farah was there, but shame she wanted to leave so early. But with the weird way she got there, I guess it's understandable.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm still not sure about this party though. Maybe I'll just find somewhere to hold up in town and think it over.
Yeah, and even if you come, you can leave at any point if you feel uncomfortable.
Would you say you're trying to manipulate her into coming?
Yeah, I think I want Domino to get out of her. Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Okay.
And I think I actually say and anyways, I'll be there with you. So if anything happens, you won't be alone there.
Roll that shit.
Here we go. Oh, great.
She shoots you in the face. All right. Domino's Yeah, okay. I'll come with you.
Cool. I imagine there's gonna be more people there that you know.
I get to keep my hood
Embers
up, though,
might be
right?
coming.
Yay,
I assume so.
Embers. She's the best.
She saved your life.
I think I saved.
Without her, you wouldn't have made it to the grotto.
I don't know if she saved my life or got me shot in the face. It's one or the other.
Maybe both.
Fucking encore. She's gonna be a dick about it. Jesus.
I think. I'm pretty sure Scalpel saved my life. Because that's normally what he does. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, I'll come along, but let me keep my hood up.
I nod.
Yeah, you approach the gates in this moment, and yeah, you can see them kind of covered up by the mist. But there's like always somebody guarding the gate to the base.
I like shout out from fairly far away so that people know I'm coming. Hello.
Okay, so we all know who's going to be guarding the gates. It's the same guy always is. I'm pretty sure his room is connected there. Balls makes his way outside. Slightly overweight, not older, maybe middle-aged, I suppose you could say, guard. Still wearing kind of the armor, like a flak jacket of some kind. Shotgun in his hand. Staggers his way out. I think he's in the middle of putting his pants on. Fucking... Green? Is that you?
Yes, it's me. Hello, Balls. How are things down here?
The fuck are you doing here so early, snake oil salesman?
Well, I mean, I don't know what you mean by that. I don't actually sell any snake oil. If you're alluding to me selling anything fake, it's kind of hard to do if I don't take any barter for it.
Oh, Green doesn't take barter for any of the water he brings?
Not in the town, I think. Not from Graves, anyway. I don't think I bring it to anyone else. It's kind of...
Oh,
I don't just give it out.
Yeah, I kind of assumed if you were coming here, you'd be taking some water with you. People would definitely
Because
expect
I
you to
don't
bring a
like.
little.
Do they want the water? Would it even
Oh,
help
yeah.
them at the base?
Yeah, there's a.
Okay, then I guess
there is
I
a
guess I am
demand.
filling it. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
then
up
I
to
guess
you,
I am
but yeah,
filling it.
people. There's a lot of people at the base who who drink the water, who are into
Okay,
your
then
Kool-Aid.
I don't say that. I just like say, you can believe what you want to believe, Balls, but well, if you want to try my snake oil sometime, hit me up.
I'm not interested in what you're selling, especially not recently.
What's
I've
that
heard
supposed to mean?
we sent Domino up to your place to get healed, but she's not come. They've not come back yet,
They've stayed.
and you feel like Domino's shift uncomfortably beside you, hood up and everything. They're not really recognizable as.
Yeah, I want to like, kind of like not cover them as to like, okay, there's no one here, but like cover them in the way like, so they're less recognizable,
Cool.
right? So he sees someone's with me, but they're kind of behind me, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
I think you're acting under fire, and the fire is them
sure,
noticing something's off.
all right, cool.
You're pretty
That's a
cool,
good one.
right? Green's cool.
I'm
Yeah, green's
real cool.
Green's cool as fuck. All right. So Boss is like glowering at you, but doesn't like take any notice of the hooded figure next to you, and is like, one of the guards isn't with us. It's leaving a hole. They've got duties to do here, and their families here. You send them back, and soon. I know a lot of people in the town think your fucking sparkly water does some good. It doesn't do as much good as a good gun. You send them
Domino
back.
Domino can do whatever she wants. If
Domino's.
she wants to come back to town, she can. If she wants to stay, she stays. And I like actually take a bit of the water, and I like put it in a tin cup I have, and I hold it out to Balls, and I say, "Try some. It's free, and it's just water."
He smacks it out of your hand and gets up in your face. And like he's not normally angry.
I just
normally just.
I let him get in my face, but I don't really react to it too much.
Yeah. One of our own got hurt, shot in the damn head, and now you're probably up there filling them with all your own stupid religious crap. I don't want you turning them around. You're a fucking cult.
There's nothing we believe in except that the water helps people, and it does.
Nothing helps people in this world. You send them back. They belong with us. They're part of the guards.
Domino decides where she belongs. Not you, not the guards, not the major, not me.
Domino's confused. Doesn't need you filling their head at a time like this.
Neither does she
be
need
around
you
family.
Pressuring her to do something she doesn't want to. And we are family up there.
Not her family.
That's for her to decide.
Yeah. He like bares his teeth at you. Yeah, and the whole time Domino's like standing awkwardly like
Yeah, totally.
behind you as there's like this staring contest going on. Are you going aggro?
I mean, he's kind of going aggro,
He's kind
right?
of yeah, but I can't make a move.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess no one's going aggro yet.
Harm to him right now.
Do you know what this is maybe more of a case of? This is a stare down, yeah? He's in your face, you're in his face, who blinks first? Kind of sounds like you're trying to be cool again.
Yeah, okay, I'm fine with being cool.
Is that your highlighted stat for today?
Absolutely.
You're like, yeah. So you have this like long stare down. He's there, he's got this kind of pretty rank
and
breath.
I don't blink. I don't fucking blink.
Yeah.
I don't move an inch.
His breath smells of cigarettes and stale beer. and he's like up in your face, and you can hear behind him like tense movement of men with guns, and then he blinks. He like looks away, and there's a momentary like gritting of his teeth, and then he looks back at you and he's like, "You tell Domino she's welcome back with her family, with her unit." And then steps out of the way so you can move inside, and the gates like open up.
I will. And I like pick back my tin container back up. Is there a table or anything around?
Ambrose, I'm not good at this, alright? I'm not good at the non-gender binary. I'm working on it. So they've got like a table set out, like some cards on it and stuff, and like a wee like cooking, like one of those wee cooking fires. Like he probably sits there and keeps an eye on the road. And I think if you do go near it, you can see he probably has like a bedroll and stuff there. That's he spends a lot of time.
I'm gonna put another drink of water in the tin can, and I'm gonna put it on the table, and I'm just gonna leave with Domino. Like I'm gonna give him the chance to, if he wants to try the water, he can try it, while pretending that he doesn't want to, right?
Yeah. Do you cool, so you head inside, moving through like they've got this kind of big double gates that acts like almost like an airlock effectively. Do you look back at all as you go?
Yeah, I would like to see if he just throws it away again, or if he.
Cool. He's put the tin can on the ground and is standing over it, legs akimbo, and pissing down into the tin can, while a couple of his like goons chuckle.
Then he picks it up and takes a long drink from it.
I just like mixed drinks.
Oh, you forgot to give me mixer.
Like now it's flavored.
I
just smile a bit and shake my head and like mutter to myself, charming.
Was that you, Domino goes, well, that was fucking awkward.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
He can be a bit protective and an asshole.
I hadn't noticed. But what I said was true. If you want to stay here or stay at the grotto, you can do what you want.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Right now, all I really want is to get my guns.
Good idea.
Cool. So eventually, there's going to be a boat that's going to pick everyone up and take them to the right boat for Graves' event. I think everyone probably gets blindfolded when they get taken to the boat, sort of thing. It's like treated kind of like part of the mystique of it all. Like, you know, it's very, like, you know, you get given like a drink and then you're given like something nice to drink while you're wearing the wearing this like velvet mask effectively, so you can't see where you end up. And they take it off you when you're inside this like awesome.
Do people bring their weapons to this?
That's up to Graves.
Quick question: would I have been able to run across Domino, before I?
Yeah, I was going to say if anyone wants to do anything before the boat, which is obviously in the evening, so you've got several hours. Yeah, you can definitely run across.
You can answer the question first.
I want to do something as well, but yeah.
I think Domino, once Domino gets their shit, is planning on heading to your bar in order to talk to your tattooist, because I think that's where the tattoos are done.
Yeah.
Because who likes tattoos more than bikers?
Yeah,
what about weapons at the party?
Yeah, it's up to Graves.
It's a moment of realization. What, me?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, so the cast and crew is armed. So, and it's not like a place that I really care about too much. I can always find another ship.
Oh yeah,
so
one of your tags is everybody's packing, isn't it?
Yeah, everybody's packing in my place. Everybody has a gun, so I think it would just be weird to have everybody not have a gun.
Yeah, the security there is mutually assured destruction.
Yeah, no
it's kind of
RPGs though.
yeah, it's kind
Well,
of
it's mutually assured destruction, and also if there's an outside force trying to destroy the place, all the people that like the place are gonna stand up for it.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm packing. We're
Yeah.
all packing. Fuck off.
And if one guy gets super out of line, everyone else draws a gun on one guy. It's like, maybe I'm being the asshole and I should sit down.
Old West Saloon. Everyone
Yeah.
has a gun.
Okay, so yeah, everyone gets to bring their guns.
Blood isn't blood is a factor in my place. It happens sometimes.
It's part of the decor.
Yeah.
If someone actually gets shot in the middle of a play, it's part of it. Whatever.
The last
Theater.
4 people who played Julius Caesar actually got stabbed.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
It was in the script notes. It said to stab the fucker.
They
I
have
don't
to
get what
die.
your problem is.
I gave you plastic knives. They weren't real
No,
enough.
no, they were useless. How am I supposed to kill someone with a plastic knife? Think about it.
The last actor was just a crazy taken from the woods who actually thought he was Julius Caesar.
Beautiful. Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah.
One of us came at him with a knife. He had an AK-47.
So who would like to do a scene before we head to Graves's place?
I wanted to do a little something.
Yeah, I wanted to do stuff as well.
I was going to be quick though.
If you're gonna be quick, Ambers, we'll start with you and then we'll go on to Constantine.
Okay.
I think during all these things, I might interject randomly with one of my moves. It's where everybody eats, even that guy. If I want to know something about someone important, so someone in a scene, I might just be like, "Hey, can I roll this and see if I know
I
something about?"
thought you wanted to poison us.
No, that's later. I haven't had that move yet.
Cool. We'll introspect that. Do you want to do that for a couple of people, or is that?
I'll see if anybody important, like I want to know about, shows up in the scene, and then I'll just like message it, and then I'll see if I can jump in.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So Embers, what is it you're wanting to do?
Well, before, I can't remember how many episodes ago it was, I picked up a working, easily charged camcorder, which is worth 1 barter. I wanted to turn it on, see if there was anything recorded on it, and kind of... I wanted to take it with me, take a camcorder with me, because I imagine that's the sort of thing that Graves would be very interested in.
Yeah. Yeah, normally it's worth probably 1 barter. Maybe to Graves it's worth 2. It's yeah, you flick it open once again. It's like a digital camcorder, like quite a nice. I kind of want to go get mine, but never mind. So it's a nice digital camcorder. You flick it open. By easily charged, I think it's actually been retrofitted to be charged in apocalyptic standards. So like, there's a big like where there's like a little USB to massive chunky put into a generator cable that somebody's personally wired together so the thing can actually keep working. Makes sense it came from North Havenbrook. That's the kind of place where people have enough money to do these kind of things and fuck around. So you flick it over. You make sure all the kids are out of the room first because you've seen this video before. It's been a few weeks since you got it, so I imagine it's not the first time you've thought to check it. We don't see what's happening on the video. We just kind of see your face being lit up by the view screen, and like can hear the unfortunate like screaming noises coming from the tape, and like every now and then like quite a well-to-do voice going, "No, it's worth it for the end result. You'll see. You don't need those eyelids anyway." Basically, this guy recorded his some of his work. What was his name? Wellington or Wilhelm or something? Wilhelm, I think it was, from the first session.
First guy.
Something Willish, some posh fucking name. You were clearly not the first person he tried to cut on, and he didn't have his camera on him that time. But there's a couple of different women and men.
Wellworth was his name.
Wellworth, yes, Wellworth. There's a couple of videos of people tied up and being worked on.
So I was going to clear down the camera, but that might actually be of even more use to Graves as well. Shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
What is like Ember's face when she's watching this?
I imagine mild boredom. Especially if she's seen it before, it's just a guy torturing people.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than she's done, so...
Yeah. She's already fapped to it, so
Oh, yeah.
it's fine.
It's already been 3 times today.
Sorry, it's been a couple of games now. I'm starting to come out of my shell. And you really want to put me back in there if you get the chance. Yeah, so... Yeah, you're looking at this thing in mild boredom, and you hear like a... Hey, can I come in?
I'll quickly shut the camera, go, and then close up my coat. Dry my fingers on it. Just 1 second.
Sniff it a bit.
Now we have to take a step back.
Yeah, come in again.
We just see Timmy poke his head in and go, "What were you watching? I heard noises."
Oh, I was practicing my singing. I need a lot of practice. What could you hear?
The walls of this boat are pretty, well, like, dong dong dong. Vic, I just sounded like you were listening to a radio or something. I didn't know we had one.
Oh, no. You must be hearing things, kid. It's too long at sea. That's your problem. Getting land sick. I don't know the term.
Timmy smiles shyly. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And, like, slides away.
I go back to watching the video.
Yeah, and then
Instantly.
then you just flick it back open, and like your face gets a slight hue of red as you watch some more of the video.
When you say flick it back open, please tell me you're talking about the camcorder, because otherwise it's too wrong.
Adam, my man.
Shit, we're recording this as well.
Yeah, we are. Let's go to break for a minute to help Adam take a minute to reevaluate his life.
I'm getting the vapors.
Yeah.
Getting the vapors. Lordy.
Thank goodness it's a top-up video you've got going today. Jesus.